How's it going, folks? Gonna do a quick tying tutorial on the Clouser Minnow, a classic pattern here, and a bit of a West Coast adaptation that I use for anadromous species like coho, pink salmon, and cutthroat trout. I'm gonna start by getting the dumbbell eyes on there with a good amount of figure eight wraps, as well as wrapping underneath the eye in between the hook to really tighten down those figure eight wraps. And you want to make sure you have a good thread base under that eye before you start doing that, so that prevents it from trying to rotate too much on the hook. Then I'm going to tie in some white bucktail here and secure it about a third of the way down the shank, and then pull it down over top of the eye to encase that. When you tie this down near the eye of the hook, you want to be sure to start as close to the eye essentially as you can and work your way forward. That way when you go to trim the hair, it doesn't just all the thread doesn't just fall off and become a tangled mess and you don't have any tied down fibers. Once that's done, make sure you secure it well, and at this point you can either flip the hook over in your vise, or if you have a rotary vise, just turn it upside down and get your other bucktail ready. For this, I'd like to do what I call essentially hand stacking, which I prepared off camera, where you just keep kind of grabbing the longest fibers of the bucktail and laying them down on the desk, and then making those ends flush to each other, and that way you can get a pretty good even tail length without having anything too long or too short. Then all you're going to do is cut that off, build up a good head, and make sure that material's all nice and secured. I didn't show me putting on some head cement on this, but you can also use some clear resin, the UV drying type, or some nail polish. After that, you're good to go. I'm going to show a few variants I like to use after this here, all effective. You can use different synthetics, but bucktail and polar bear are pretty hard to beat. Hope you enjoy, and happy fishing, folks.